Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Hi. So,
hey everybody, I'm Chris.
I'm Tammy.
I'm Cole.
Welcome to our home. Allison may join us in a little bit, but we wanted to open up with you guys and just kind of talk about a few things tonight. One of which would be the question that we want to pose to you guys is what would you guys like to see from us in future videos? And so we're going to write down some of those things. Thanks for the like on the video. We appreciate that. To get started, we want to tell you guys a couple of videos we're working on. We've filmed one of them. It's going to take Cole a little bit of time to get it together, but we're going to put out a video giving you guys a tour, not of our home, but of our pens. And so you guys can get to see what each one of us collect and what we like. And that way you guys have a better understanding of what we collect so that when we're doing pen trading videos, things like that, you guys know what we're already looking for. And so hopefully that's something that all of you are interested in and would find entertaining. It's probably going to be a long video because, well, we have a lot of pens. And so hopefully, like we say, it'll be something you guys will enjoy.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we also have another one coming. I know one of you asked for, what did we shoot this week, Cole?
We'll shoot the pin board.
Oh, about how to make a pin board. And so we shot a video of how to make a pin board. And so hopefully that'll also come out in the next couple of weeks. You guys can enjoy that one. Those two will both be Saturday videos that'll come out at 8 p.m. on Saturday. In case you're tuning in with us, or maybe you've never watched, or maybe you just can't never remember, we put out a live video every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we do on Thursdays a video at 8 p.m. also, and that is our pen trading video. And it's called a premiere, where you guys can watch the video at the same time as we're able to watch it and chat with us. And we do pen trading on there. And then on Saturdays, we do another video at 8 p.m. And that is kind of just a miscellaneous video that we've come up with that we want to share with you all. And so sometimes those are how to plan trips, sometimes Disney merch, sometimes there are sometimes about pen trading, sometimes how to, what rides we like, that sort of thing. And so did someone say something there?
Yeah. Mary Elena Hernandez said, yes, that would help out. And I think she was talking about your video, the video about the pen.
Yeah. Well, we want to help you guys out. I know we get asked a lot. And for me to go in and tell everybody what we collect would probably take me 5 or 10 minutes just trying to type it all up, because there's 4 of us and each of us collect several different things. And so that would be, we feel like that'll be helpful. So we can just drop you a link and tell you where to go to find that video. And so the other thing we want to talk, so like I said, interject at some point if you have a question that you want to ask us. So tonight's just kind of an open mic night question. Y'all can ask us anything you want. And if we're like, oh, we don't want to answer that, we'll tell you we just don't want to answer that. But overall, ask us anything you want, and we will try and answer it to the best of our ability. If we don't know the answer, we'll just say we don't know. But in the meantime, so we don't have a bunch of dead air, we will talk about a couple of other things. Go ahead and read those comments.
Well, Mary Elena said, oh, I meant your pins so we can help you guys out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And then Pinky said, how many pins do you have altogether? And by the way, hi, Becky.
Pinky, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure how many we have. I would guess probably in the neighborhood of, you think we have 5,000? You think we got more than that?
Yeah.
Between all of us, probably more than that. Maybe 10,000?
I don't know.
So probably between 5 and 10.
would be close.
Mm-hmm. One of the fun things about trading talking about Mary Elena, or I'm not, I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. But one of the fun things about trading is helping each other
Yeah.
finish out your collection, or to maybe collect a certain series of pins and to help one another out. I think that's, to me, what makes pin trading so much fun, because I know I love whenever I can help someone else finish out their collection. So
Yeah,
I find that to be an enjoyable aspect of it.
when we're able to get to know some of you, we figure out what you like, and then we like to try and find those pins. And when we find them and get them in, we like to set them aside and say, hey, this is for, so and so, and this one over here is for so and so, and then contact you and say, hey, we've got these pins. If you are interested, let us know and we'll trade with you if you've got something. And we've done that lots of times, and so that's helpful for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
And so if you guys want, maybe this is an idea, you can take and do a little video of your collection and put them up on the or take pictures. It doesn't have to be a video. Take pictures of what you collect and post it on the Managing Mickey
Facebook page.
Trading pins with Managing Mickey. And then what we can do is see those pins and know what you collect. And other people in the group can know what you collect. And so they could say, hey, you know what? I've got a pin like that. Just if it's your collection that you're not wanting to trade, just put not for sale, not for trade. And so you could abbreviate that NFS, NFT, and then have like a slash between it. And then everybody knows these aren't for sale, for trade. This is just so everyone will know what I collect.
Yeah.
And then when people find things, and you could also post a second post that says, these are my traders. And so then people could say, hey, you know what? I need that, or I whatever. And so that's a great way to get your pin trading started. I guess tonight we can say this, that officially the pin trading with Managing Mickey, the Disney pin trading with Managing Mickey is open. So if you've not asked to be in that private group, go ahead and do that, and we will let you in. But it's Disney pin trading with Managing Mickey, and we're going to try and start putting pins on there regularly and seeing what we can do about trading with you guys. And obviously we want you guys to trade amongst yourselves even. And so it's not just all about just trading with us, but opening that up to the whole community here would be great.
Yeah. Camden said, what is the best pin you have gotten from a pin lot?
Okay.
This is a hard one, Dad.
It's not for me.
It isn't?
No.
For me, it's hard because I don't.
You guys have probably seen the pin that he's about to show, because he loves this pin.
I do. I love this pin. And this pin did come in a pin lot. It's not as big as Tammy's head if I bring it back here, though. But it's pretty big.
No.
It's still pretty big.
But this was the best pin I ever got out of a pin lot.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I knew it was really good pins, but I think I paid $25 for that pin in the lot, the way it worked out. And so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good, especially for Disney's prices.
Yeah, because it was $200, from Disney.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. We have 4 likes, by the way.
Oh, thank y'all for the likes.
Becky Hicklin said, I like that too, Tammy. I feel like if you put good pin karma out in the world, it would come back up you. It would come back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, Becky. I think that, it's just important. I think I just feel like
you should.
Yeah, it's just kind of a nice thing. I think I don't know, that just comes with pin collecting, in my opinion. I definitely think.
Well, I mean,
there's almost no better feeling than whenever you hear someone say, "You just finished my collection."
It makes a pin trade worthwhile. Yeah. It really does.
I've gotten great trades because they're like, I'm not saying for me, I'm saying they'll trade for me something, because even though they don't necessarily need whatever pin I'm trying to trade to them,
they know you're finishing a collection.
Yeah.
And I've done that with people, when they're trading with me and I'm able to give them a pin that finishes their collection, and I just take something that they have that isn't maybe as good of a pin, but I know I'm finishing a collection for them, and I'm like, hey, that's fun, because I know that's hard to do sometimes.
Pinky Sand says, do you ever get a pin and more than one of you want it? Yes.
What?
Yes.
That happens?
Yeah, Pinky, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And I have a whole book of pins because my kids don't have the amount of money to buy all the pins. And so I buy the bulk of the pins that come into our home. And I have a book of nothing but pins for them that we keep, even though Tammy and I don't collect them, so that they can trade for them or work for them.
Or earn them, yeah.
Whichever happens first.
But we have cross collections.
Yeah.
So like Chris and I like Walt, but Cole really likes Walt. And so sometimes we'll give Cole Walt pins and then other times we won't. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah.
Basically, it boils down to this.
But
if there's a Walt pin and if there's a Walt pin with like another character that they like in it, or something that they really like in general, they're gonna keep it. But if it's just a Walt pin in general,
then Cole gets
then
it.
I basically get it.
Yeah. So it happens where we have cross collections, and like we collect Ariel, and Allison also collects Ariel. And we bought a collection that had majority Rapunzel and Ariel pins in it, and we did keep a few of them, but we gave her some of the really good ones, some that we don't even have in our collection. So yeah, it happens for sure.
And then sometimes I look back and go, I wish I would have kept that pin.
But you got to be kind to one another.
You know, with Allison, at first she didn't collect Pluto. Pluto was my gig. I did Mickey and Pluto. Those were my first two things to collect, and I really didn't care about much else. And I collected some super sweet Plutos. And in fact, her favorite Pluto, she got it from me. But one day she just decided she was going to collect all the dogs, all dog pins. And so I, like a loving father, gave up my collection of Pluto for nothing and gave them to her. And it was hard and it hurt. It hurt real bad.
Hi, Lance.
Hi, Lance. Hi, Michelle.
We're so glad you guys are okay. We saw that y'all had an earthquake.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You ought to be used to them, though, Lance, being from California. I mean, to me, being a native Texan, I'd be worried. Man, the ground shakes underneath me and something's wrong.
I bet, yeah. And then Camden Stout said, what's the rarest pin you have?
Ooh, I don't think this may be the rarest pin. I don't know, but that's a tough one.
That's an Ellie of 300.
You have an Ellie of 100.
Yeah, we have an Ellie of 100.
It's a Rapunzel pin, and it's a cast member exclusive.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess
not a cast member exclusive, an Imagineer exclusive.
Oh, I guess I have an Imagineer exclusive Rapunzel Ellie of 100. I don't remember that, but maybe I do.
You opened it up on one of our videos.
Okay.
In fact, I think it's the first video we did.
And Michelle Bainbridge said, hi, sorry we're late. That's okay. We're just glad you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, Emily Panther. She's new to our channel. She said she just found our channel. She loves our videos. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We're usually at Disneyland, so we love hearing about Disney World. Yeah.
Lance is our friend on here. We actually know him in real life too, not just online. But Lance is from California and does a lot with Disneyland. So any information we have about Disneyland probably came from Lance.
Yeah.
He was in the last couple videos that we've put out on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And so, Emily, it's super fun to meet people from California. I'll give you an idea here. Do you collect pins, Emily? Comment back and let us know. The fun thing to do is whenever you're in a group to find somebody that you know is in California and then somebody who goes to Florida, or people who go to both parks a lot, and people from California can trade pins with people from Florida and vice versa, so that you're able to pick up the newer stuff from the other park without having to have somebody buy it all the time. And so, we've been blessed to have a few times where that's occurred for us. And so that may be something, Emily, you're able to get out of our channel here and out of that pin trading group. Pin Trading with Managing Mickey is being able to do pickups for people and trade with them, and them do pickups for you in the park and trade with you when they're in Florida, because I know we've got a lot of people in Florida and just a few in California. So that may be something that you could capitalize on for your pin
Yeah,
collection.
absolutely.
I know we would be willing to do that with you. So anytime you're out that way.
So Mary Elena said, wants to know, what are your grails?
Well, see, I'm not a big grail person. I mean, really, I'm a weirdo. And here's how I pin collect. I just collect and see things and then say, I like that. I'm going to get that.
We're not the type of people that like seek out pins and then say, oh, we got to have that particular pin. We just see pins we like and then we go for them.
All right. If I have a grail, it's the pig. That's a hidden Mickey. And it looks like these, but it's a pig.
The stick figure family.
But the pig part, there's a family part, and then there's a pet part or an animal part. And there's a pig that's really hard to get. And so that would probably be my grail that I'm really kind of looking for and seeking after.
Emily said, by the way, she is a pin trader. I was just going to.
Oh, very good. Very good, Emily. And so we look to trade with you online sometime. We do a pin trading. If you're recent to the channel, we do a pin trading night where we open boxes and bags and things like that of pins that we've gotten in either by trade or by purchase. And we trade those with the folks right here online. And so we'd be happy to trade any of those with you.
All right. So we're getting a few questions from people about Disney World.
All right. Let's go with them.
All right. So Lance said, a question about Disney World. What rides are just exclusive to Disney World? And what would be your favorite ride, each of you, including Allison? Now, I know
we can tell you Allison's, and it's Splash Mountain.
Yes.
She doesn't have to be here for that.
And it's not exclusive to Disney World.
It's not, but that's her favorite ride.
A few rides, though, that are exclusive to Disney World would be Flight of Passage.
Yeah. Frozen Ever After.
I forget.
Navi River Ride, River Journey.
Yeah.
The Kilimanjaro Safari. That's, if you want to call that a ride. I mean, it is. You're riding in something.
You're riding in a bus.
You're riding in a bus. But that's Disney World exclusive.
Yeah.
At this point, A Bug's Life is. They don't have that at Disneyland anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have it anymore. It's not
exclusive, though, because they used to have it at land.
Let me think what else they have. They're about to have Tron.
All the Toy Story Land in general.
I'm pretty stoked about Tron.
Well, Tron's not an exclusive.
Oh, they have it at Disneyland? Oh.
They have in either Tokyo or Japan.
I thought we were just comparing Disneyland, Disney.
No.
Well, exclusive, that's a whole nother story. I'm going to err on the side of caution and say I don't know all those. Frozen Ever After is exclusive, though, I think.
Yeah. That's a tough one, Lance.
Yeah.
Because you have to think of Paris, Tokyo, Shanghai, land. I mean, I'm sure
a few people have actually
named a few. Tower of
Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they used to have Tower at Disneyland, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Technically, it's still there. It's just a different
Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Yeah, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
So I'm a wimp when it comes to roller coasters, but my favorite ride is probably Slinky Dog Dash.
Anthony said, which is better, a churro or a Dole Whip? Dole Whip all the way for me because I can't eat a churro.
Yeah, I'm with Cole. Dole Whips are I would choose a Dole Whip over a churro.
50% at Disney, 50% of the time at Disney World, it's always hot.
Anthony, you and I are friends. I'm going to tell you a secret. You take that churro and you dip it into that Dole Whip.
That sounds disgusting to me. I'm sorry, but pineapple and cinnamon, I just don't think that really makes it.
Cole doesn't think that goes together. Let's see.
Let's get back up to where
we missed a couple. So Camden Stout says, where do you buy a pin collection from?
Okay, so Camden, I've actually been working to the bones for the last 2 days trying to get some pin collections and things because we are running the guy that I've been buying from the same guy. He's kind of running low. And so I've got 150 on order from him. I don't know if they'll be here in time for Thursday's video. If not, we'll have a video still. It just won't be those pins. Hopefully they're here. But other than that, I put out I'll go on Facebook into different pin trading groups, and I'll just tell people, hey, I'm looking to buy a collection of pins. And so I'm searching for them or whatever. And then people will start responding. And so I'll ask them for pictures, and then I'll just look till I find one that I'm interested in. I've got a guy, that was what my phone dinged about a while ago, is there's a guy wanting to sell me some, but they're higher end pins, and I'm having a tough time turning loose of the money for them.
And like people like, I know Lance likes to buy on Facebook Marketplace, and we bought on Facebook Marketplace too. And so sometimes that's a good place to find pins.
I think Lance told me there was another website called Upsell or Up something.
Lance, let us know
comment what that was and see. But Facebook Marketplace is a great place to do it also.
Yeah.
Just make sure you meet them somewhere that's public if you're meeting to get the pins.
Yeah.
You don't want to get taken advantage of or get beat up or anything worse.
Yeah.
Because that can happen. And I know in our town, the police station will let you do a meetup right in the back, and there'll be somebody that'll step out there and, watch if you wanted. And so, that's an idea.
We have 7 likes, by the way.
Thank you all for the likes very much.
Dustin Time says, do you have all the new Figment hidden Mickeys? I only have one so far, and I love Figment.
Now, is he talking about the...
I think he's talking about the Figments. We have Figment. They're right up there.
Now,
in that corner.
I think we have all of them. And you guys have all of them.
We have all of the
Figments. I think I also have
at
least most of
them.
At
our last trip that we went on during Thanksgiving,
he also said, I love your channel.
Thank you.
We missed his comment.
Yeah. So our last trip at Thanksgiving.
Right. So while she's talking, right there they are, buddy.
Yeah.
You just can't see them through the current camera.
They had just released these they had recently released them. So we were blessed. We were there for how many days? 10 days?
I think we were there 10 days.
We were there for like 10 days. So we were able to pick them all up. So they're hard to track down, but
they are. I may have a few. So if you're in the pin trading group with Managing Mickey, Disney Pin Trading with Managing Mickey, comment to me on there that you're looking for them, and I'll see if I have any in our collection. I think I have 2 or 3, and so I'll see if they're ones you need, and you can maybe trade for them.
All right. Lance is wanting to know what your favorite ride is, Chris. You never mentioned it.
My favorite ride, Lance, is Expedition Everest.
Okay.
So far, that's my favorite. I'm looking forward to Tron, and we haven't ridden Rise of the Resistance yet, or Smuggler's Run, so I couldn't tell you. We were there for the opening day, but let me tell you, we were not getting in. It wasn't going to happen.
I
was too busy. Yeah, I like the other rides. Don't misunderstand me, but Expedition Everest was fun. I mean, it was awesome.
So Anthony said stance on dated pins.
Stance on dated pins. Okay.
Well, I can tell you, Anthony, I personally collect dated pins for times that I go in the park. So I like dated pins as long as they have a special meaning to me. However, we're not big pin collectors on things like, even if they have some of our favorite characters in them, if they have dates on them, there have been occasions where we have kept them, but most of the time we don't.
So here, I'll give y'all some things we don't do. As a general rule, no one in our family really collects holiday pins unless we're there for the event.
Yeah.
And then we pick them up. We don't usually do dates if we're not there for the date. And if we are, we'll pick them up.
The only way I'll do a date is if it has a character in it and I'm at Disney World getting it from a cast member where I can trade any pin I want.
Rowdy, come in.
That's about the only way I'll trade for a date. There's the occasion if it's like a really cool pin, I'll get it. But
so, what about you, Anthony? What do you think about dated pins? I want to hear your opinion on it.
Now, I will say this: while Anthony's putting that on there, I will say this: I do like dated pins if it has to do with a specific date at Disney World. Like the other day, I got a Mouse Gears pin that was the opening of Mouse Gears, and it had the original date. First day of operation for Mouse Gears. That's awesome to me.
And Mouse Gears is one of my absolute favorite stores in Disney, souvenir shops. So we really like that pin. Yeah. So we thought it was cool. We all love Mouse Gears. So I'll be curious to see how they revamp it. I'm wondering, are they going to keep the name? Are they changing the name? what are they going to do?
I hope they don't change the name.
I think
that's such a good name.
Yeah, I agree. Camden wants to know. Lance said the name of that website was OfferUp.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the other place that I know Lance has looked, and he tells me, don't give away all my secrets, man. I know he's laughing right now, but is OfferUp. And so that's a good place. I know he found some on there, and then so did Becca at the same time.
Yeah.
But Becca beat him out on the gig. So, and they were a good deal. I think they were like $5 a pin, and they were like $20 pins.
Wow,
And
that's
so,
awesome.
They got a good, or she got a good deal.
Nothing's better than getting a good deal on pins. It just makes you, it makes you, you get a high off of it.
Yeah.
It's like it's just, some people, spend their money and, find good deals and sales on things. And that's like their big thing. But for us, when we get a good deal on pins, it's like,
right.
It's so exciting. And let's see. Camden says, are you guys going to do a giveaway tonight? Just wondering. Who knows?
Who knows?
Chris sometimes feels crazy and does a giveaway
I just do
randomly.
those by the whim sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's what happens a lot of times.
Yeah.
And so we'll see.
Yeah.
Dustin said you guys are so lucky.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thanks.
Camden Stout says, where do you buy the new releases? So depending on
well, first off, who has that?
Camden. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one way we've bought some new releases that we're not able to get is, I know we're friends with different people who go. I know Becky Hicklin there has picked up stuff for us in the park before. I know we've had some other people do some pickups for us that are personal friends. And then other than that, we have some friends who live in Florida. If you guys haven't ever checked out their Instagram, they sell pins all the time. It's Zippity Doo Shaws.
Yeah.
I don't know if you look it up by Zippity Doo Shaw or by Pinvestigators, they go by both. It's on their card. They are a great asset if you're looking for pins. If you catch them early and you know it's going to come out and you contact them, they will do pickups, but they'll charge you a little fee, of course. But that's what they do. That's their job. Their whole job is to go to Disney World, trade pins, and hunt pins down for people. Get kind of in the name, Pinvestigators.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. So if you have a Grail pin, since Anthony mentioned that earlier, you're looking for a certain pin to finish out a collection, you get on there and you message them and tell them. They will help you out and help you find it. A lot of times they already have it in their collection. It's very rare I tell him something and he doesn't already have it. I know he has way more pins than we do, and I think his number was 18,000. Mm-hmm. And so,
wow, that's a lot.
That's a great place to get pins. I know Camden has bought some pins there, also.
Emily says that Rise of the Resistance is amazing. I have heard that it is an amazing ride. I cannot wait to ride it. We have it on our list. We were actually there for opening weekend when they opened it, but it was so busy. The parks were so crazy that we just said, we're going to forego it this time and we're going to wait until the next time we go. And I'm kind of sad that we did that because we have a trip planned in July, and with the whole virus thing going on, who knows if we're going to be able to go or not. So I was sad that we did not ride it when we had the opportunity. So that's a lesson learned.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. Even if we had been able and went to go ride it, we probably wouldn't have gotten on because I didn't understand how to
get a boarding pass.
At the right time. And we were there for the last 2 days. And both days it had boarded up, or whatever you want to call it.
It was so crazy.
It was out in like 15 minutes of the opening of the park. And so we wouldn't have got, and not by opening, but pre-opening. Yeah. Because there was magic hours during that time.
Becky said Smuggler's Run is kind of a letdown, honestly, but I haven't done Rise of the Resistance yet. I've heard it's awesome though. Yeah. I've heard some negative things about Smuggler's Run too. I mean, some people kind of love it. Some people, mixed. Yeah, it is kind of mixed. Somebody else Anthony had a comment about Smuggler's Run. He said, out of all of us, who would be the pilot?
Oh, out of all of us?
Me. No, Allison.
Yeah, Allie, she's the boss.
That's true.
She would probably want to be the pilot. She is the boss.
True. She's bossy.
I skipped way down there because I just kind of read down. But Anthony said he was talking about the dated pens. So he said, I'm the same way. I just get whenever a pen looks dope, but it's ruined to me by a date. Almost our dated pens are the time we went or graduated or an inside joke. Yeah.
Same for us.
Yeah, we totally agree.
Now, I will say this. It has happened where I got a dated pen because I like the pen so much that I could overlook the date, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
It has happened, though.
Yeah. Maddie Bainbridge said hi from California. Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
Camden Stout said, do you guys trade with Zippity Doo Shaw in the park? I buy pins from him. He has everything. We do. Yeah.
His name is actually Alex.
Yeah.
And her name is Joey.
His wife's name is Joey. Yeah. And they're really, really nice people.
They are.
Yeah.
We met them before they ever became Pinvestigators. That was an interesting thing. We got to know them because of Allison, really, because she's a boss, like I've said. And she would trade Alex pins when he was in his wheelchair. And she had a good time doing that, and he did too.
And he's so nice.
We just kind of sparked up a friendship. And so when we go, we usually eat dinner with them. And if we don't get to go in July, we're all going to be sad about that. But
so
it'll be
Dustin asked, we like watching your food videos. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, I skipped that. I'm sorry.
We're wondering where is each of your favorite places to eat at Disney World? Okay, that's a hard.
I'm going to give you two favorites for me. I'm going to give you three favorites for me. So I'm going to give you a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner.
Oh.
All right. So my favorite place to eat breakfast is Trattoria del Farno or Al Farno, which is over at the boardwalk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they serve the best steak and eggs on property, the best breakfast on property by far.
By far.
I mean, leaps and bounds by far.
Everything about almost every aspect about it is good, other than I'll say the ambiance isn't like.
It's a character.
I get it's
good.
I think the character and meet and greet stuff is good. I'm just saying, like the decoration around it, because it's it's supposed to be a character restaurant in the morning and then
a non
in the evening.
In the evening, it's not as good.
Yeah.
But all right, second one for me is for lunch is Satuli's Canteen. If they had Satuli's Canteen in every park, I'd eat it only.
And it's a quick service
it's that good.
I will disagree.
And then
it's delicious.
For dinner, I'm a toss up between two. And these are extremes for eating in the park for table service. One of them's not in the park, and that is Ohana's.
Okay.
It may be that I've just fell in love with Ohana's with the old salad because the new salad's not as good. With the old noodles because the new noodles aren't as good. But everything else is still good. But a very close, if not tie, is, you know what it is?
Yes, it's my favorite restaurant.
Liberty Tree Tavern.
That's mine. I love Liberty Tree so much.
And Be Our Guest is great.
I was going to say Be Our Guest is like one of my favorite breakfast places. I love Be Our Guest.
Trattoria Al Forno's.
Trattoria Al Forno's good.
Better.
It is good, yeah.
And the Brown Derby.
And the Brown Derby is really good.
I like the Cobb salad there, but I don't like.
But if I had one meal to pick, it would be Ohana. I'm just going to say.
Choose that.
If I had one meal to pick, it wouldn't be any of those. Even though they're my favorite, if I knew I was only going to be able to eat at one more restaurant in Disney World at all, it'd be Cinderella's Royal Table.
Well,
why is that?
Just because it's good food, no doubt.
Yeah,
it's expensive, but it's good food.
Yeah,
but it's the whole going into the castle, going up the staircase.
If it's the last
seeing
meal,
all the princesses.
It's the whole experience.
Yeah. If it's the last meal I get to eat at in Disney World, I'd do that.
Not me, Ohana.
Really, the last meal?
It's my favorite, and it's sentimental for us. Like that
was the first.
I just love it. It's my favorite.
But I would still say if it's.
Hey, Mike Cross, how are you?
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Still think Liberty Tree is the best.
Let's see. Anthony said, I feel like she's behind the camera and holding a timer on when you're supposed to say she's the boss. LOL.
Oh, actually, she's
Yeah.
in another room. I don't know why she didn't want to be in the video, but she was busy doing something else.
Yeah. Mike said, Ohana for the win. And you're right about the noodles.
The noodles used to be so much better, man. Oh, man, they were so good.
Yeah. And then Camden said the Rose and Crown. We actually ate at the Rose and Crown last time for the first time. We had
did.
fish and chips.
We did.
Because
we don't eat a lot of fried foods.
No, we don't.
But we were really hungry one night, and that just sounded like it needed to come in my belly, go into my belly.
Well, we shared a plate of fish and chips. Cole could eat the French fries, and then we ate the fish.
Right.
And it was good. I thought it was pretty good.
Fries.
What had happened is we had eaten at Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge, whatever you want to call it. And we had eaten, if you've ever been there, they have a great item too. It's those Ronto wraps.
Oh my gosh.
But we
Ronto wraps are so delicious.
We had eaten there. Those Ronto wraps just aren't very big and aren't very filling.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had left there and went to Epcot. And that's when we were walking around, and we had another reservation. And we were like, we're so hungry, but we have this other reservation. And that's why we stopped and got the fish and chips to share.
Good little
Yeah, keep hitting the table.
Mike said the California Grill would be his last meal. That place is amazing.
Oh,
See,
really?
we can't say that because we haven't eaten there yet,
haven't.
but it's on. It's
on
one of
our trip.
Yeah, on our
This
July
July
trip. We're supposed to eat at the California Grill, and
We're going to do a video for y'all if at all possible.
I cannot wait to go there. I've been dying to go to the California Grill. It just hasn't fit into our plans, and so this time we wanted to go somewhere different, and so I'm excited to try it. So, Mike, you're going to have to tell us what is your favorite thing to eat there.
Yeah.
So I always love to hear what people eat whenever they go. So
he also asked, so what are you most looking forward to riding on your next trip?
Rise of the Resistance.
The bus to Disney.
Cole.
The Magical Express.
The monorail from Bay Lake Towers, where we're staying, to the Magic Kingdom. No, I'm going to walk just to say I've done it.
No. Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, really.
I think we all agree. We can't wait to ride Rise of the Resistance.
I saw your video, Mike, on Rise of the Resistance right after you wrote it, and your face said it all. I've got to ride it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've just seen very little. I'm trying to go in. I tried to go in Disney into Galaxy's Edge blind the first time we went in. And then I'm trying to go in completely blind on this one because I knew some of the details on Disney on Galaxy's Edge when we went in, but I know hardly anything. I know there's some sort of hologram of Rey, and I know it's a trackless ride, and that's about it. So I'm curious to see the ride.
So let's see here. Camden said, have you ate at the Yachtsman? Yes, we have. Yes. And
it's great.
It's a really, really good food.
Great steak. There.
Very, very fancy too.
Yeah. I remember they stuck us in the corner because Cole and Allison were being noisy, and we were all dressed like slobs from being in the park all day.
Well, we were in t-shirts, and everyone else we walked
they were all dressed up. We looked like
dressed
slobs.
up, and I was like, "Oh, I feel like a fish out of water."
I felt like a slob. I mean, if you've been in the heat all day and then you walk straight from the park over there, oh man, it was bad.
It was an uncomfortable situation. We had the same situation happen when we ate at
Narcosis.
At Narcosis at the Grand Floridian.
No, she's not Narcosis. You're thinking of what's that real fancy one that's in what's it called? It's in the Grand Floridian, right?
It's Narcosis.
Oh, there's another one in the Grand Floridian.
Yeah. What's it called?
Oh, what is
Victoria
it
and Albert's. When we ate there, no, I'm just kidding. We didn't eat there. That's like $1,000.
What is that restaurant in the Grand Floridian called?
I
cannot think of it, but
not the Grand Floridian Cafe. The other one.
There's another one in there. But anyhow, it was pretty fancy too. So I'll say this: if you're gonna do restaurants, really look them up a little bit before you go, because you don't want to feel uncomfortable eating somewhere whenever you should be a little more dressed up. It just kind of makes you feel kind of uncomfortable. So I would highly recommend making sure that you are properly dressed. The next question is...
So what you're saying is watch our videos. Okay, so
Yeah.
make sure you're watching the video.
So yeah.
so that you know how to dress. Okay.
Mike says he has the sashimi. Sashimi?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. That sounds like some sort of
Sounds like sushi.
raw fish. Oh no.
If
Thanks
it's
for the
raw
explanation.
fish,
But-
I'm out. I don't do raw fish.
And Becky says, are you guys making plans to be there for the 50th anniversary next year?
We hope to go.
I
as much
I
as
hope to
possible.
be, yeah,
We hope
anytime
to
I
be
can be
there.
in the park, I hope to be there. So for sure. I always love
wanna
going
see
to
the
big
60th
anniversaries like that. We went to Disneyland during their 60th, their
was
diamond
fun.
anniversary.
That was
And that
literally
was so it was so
fun.
cool. So big anniversaries like the 50th, that's like such a big deal. So I feel like for us, that's something really important to us. So we
Someone
definitely hope to be there.
Someone subscribe to our channel.
Oh, awesome.
Thanks.
Well,
Thank you. Dustin says, I'll be making videos of me on rides in Disney. Cool.
Oh,
That's
cool,
awesome.
Dustin.
So are you going to put them on YouTube or are you going to put them on Facebook? We one trip did nothing but Facebook Lives.
Yeah.
And so we were going to try and do on our upcoming trip a bunch of YouTube Lives.
If we
But they
can
won't
figure-
let you do that unless you have 1,000 subscribers.
So you know,
that's why we're
get some people
pushing.
to
That's why we're
subscribe us.
pushing to get people to subscribe lately.
Subscribers.
And so we can open up into being able to do more YouTube Lives in the park.
So Dustin says, have you or do you have any intentions to build lightsabers at Savi's workshop in Galaxy's Edge?
I was
I've
going
heard.
to, but then $200 made me say, you know.
But Mike
know.
Mike was telling us about his lightsaber and how cool it is.
Yeah, and then I
And
wanted
so-
to do it again. After
Yeah,
that.
so it kind of makes you want to do
It's
it.
so
So
hard for
Mike's
me.
convincing.
yeah.
It looks so cool, and I've heard it's made of metal, so I would think it would like feel real, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Isn't Victoria and Albert's like 5 Disney dining credits on the plan?
Yeah, you can't use your Disney
You
dining
can't,
plan
yeah,
at Victoria and
but
Albert's.
it's like $1,000 for 2 people.
It's
so
a
for
lot.
my family, I don't even know if they allow children.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I looked at it one time, and I had the opportunity to get the reservation, but
It's just a little pricey for
Didn't do
us. Yeah.
Mike said that menu item was
Raw fish.
They said
Okay.
it was the best he's ever had.
Wow. Okay.
when Tammy had some ahi tuna one time, and I
did-
tried it, and I was like, at the Rainforest
Mhm.
Cafe. You remember that?
The Rainforest Cafe. I don't know if that's the best place to have
That's true. That may not be
ahi
the best.
tuna, but yeah.
That's where I had some.
Yeah.
Pinky said $200 is a lot of pins, though.
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
That's a
Pinky.
good point. Yes.
I mean, $200, I could get a whole lot of pins.
That's right.
And then Emily said it's really fun. I think she's
Oh.
talking about the
Building a lightsaber.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
also looked at building a droid. We walked through there and kind
Building
of
a
looked.
droid is completely different to me, and I almost feel like that would be even cooler for me because you can build a lightsaber, just not as cool of one.
Right.
Dustin said, yes, I already have some ride videos on my channel already. It's so fun. Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice,
Okay, we'll have to check
nice,
you out,
yeah.
Dustin.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
All right. Mike says, yeah, it's an awesome experience. And then Emily said, we made lightsabers. That's cool. I mean, hopefully we'll get the opportunity to go make a lightsaber. At least maybe one of us to do it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Chris said,
We'll see how the money flows.
We'll see how that goes.
We buy too many pins.
We buy pins, and then I like purses. So,
Mike
Tammy-
says you get a pin when you get your lightsaber.
oh, you
All right,
just sweeten the deal right there.
All right,
They
Dad.
ought to give you a pin when you buy a Dooney and Burke purse from there too.
Hmm.
All right. Allison has a surprise.
Let me go get my journal.
Okay. While she's getting something,
I'll be right back.
Camden said, oh my, that is a lot. That is a lot. Is it like crazy food? Oh, talking about Victoria and Albert's.
Oh,
Oh.
it's like 5 or 7
Yeah.
courses.
And you can't just go in there dressed however.
No, you
it's
have to be dressed
it's-
like black tie.
Yeah, it's like a really nice, you have to dress really nice. And yeah.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, Mike said the pin. Lance said, will you get a 360-degree camera? That way the videos can be in VR. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But the old bank account, after buying the last camera, says we're going to have to make do with it for a little while. But I'll tell you what, maybe we hit 1,000 subscribers and we can actually do stuff like that. It'd be a little more reasonable. But I'd love to have a 360 VR. I really would. That'd be amazing. I've seen them and they're really cool. Plus, Cole would have to learn how to operate the thing.
Yeah.
Are you trying to do trivia or something? Okay. Let's keep going with this for the night, and we'll do a trivia another night. Would that work? All right. So we're going to do a trivia on another night with Allison, if that's okay with you guys.
And we're going to let Allison host it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Camden Stout said, I do watch Disney rides in 360. It's a channel called Virtual Disney World. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Lance watches them. I saw you post that on your
Yeah.
Facebook page, Lance,
I
about the
saw that
VR.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
It made me jealous because I'm like thinking that would be such a fun thing to do right now while you can't really go out and we're doing the social distancing thing. It would be so nice to kind of get to do some fun things like that, make you feel like you're in the park. So
Listen, the other
Yes.
night we were so bored. We were playing a board game, and instead of using the characters that the game has, we used Disney characters from Allison's little
yeah.
what do they call
Toy.
that? The place, Happy Place, or something like that. The little characters, little Tsum Tsums or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything to spruce it up. It's boring
Yeah.
without being able to go and do. I did hear this, and I don't know if this is true. So any of you who had to cancel a trip, I know, Becky, last week you said you did, and so did Camden. I heard that if you had your trip interrupted due to the virus and stuff, you can get Disney is going to offer you to rebook across the summer, maybe it was, and you could get free dining. I don't know. I know Mike is a travel agent for them on here. And so, Mike, if you know if that's true or not, let us know. But that's what I heard from an article I read. Now, whether it was true or not, it wasn't by Disney, I don't think. But
Okay.
it's just something I saw in passing.
Dustin said, what is your all-time favorite Disney movie and character? Oh, that's a tough one.
Oh, Mickey Mouse. And only because he's iconic. I mean, he was, when I was a boy and we went to Disney World for one day, and all I remember is walking and seeing Mickey Mouse big and tall in front of me. And so that's why he's my favorite.
I'm sorry.
I was like that little duck on that Disneyland commercial when he sees Donald. You know what I'm talking about? The duck that was trying to read the book and his parents drug him away, and then he flew, and then he ended up at Disney.
I saw that. I believe I just saw like the first few hours whenever Disney posted that video up, the commercial.
So I felt like that little duck because I remember seeing big old Mickey right there. That was when Mickey used to, this was like in 1985 or 86, but they used to have Mickey right up front when you came in the park. He was out there a lot.
Cole, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Disney movie, I may lose all credibility by saying this, but it's episode 1 of Star Wars. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's Goofy movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
I thought Cole was going to say Race to Witch Mountain or something.
A Wrinkle in Time.
Cole hates A Wrinkle in Time,
That
by the way.
movie
What, Allie?
sucks.
Allison's favorite movie is Frozen. And her favorite character is Pluto.
Yeah.
And my favorite movie is probably Tangled. And my favorite character is Cinderella.
Because she plays in Tangled.
Yeah. And let's see here.
Did I?
Lance said it's so much fun. Michelle got motion sickness. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
I guess I just didn't think about VR. But if you think about
Yeah.
like Pandora, Flight of Passage,
They
like
could do it.
yeah, it
You know,
makes
Flight of
sense.
Passage,
Oh,
Tammy
gosh.
wouldn't ride it and Cole wouldn't ride it, but when me and Allison rode it, we both felt bad after we
Yeah.
got off for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I guess it didn't lose credibility. A lot of people saying the Goofy movie is some of their favorites too.
Wow.
Down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, Becky said she saw that. She's waiting to see when they reopen. When I'm going to check into it.
So you
yeah.
saw the article too.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Now, we were online trying to get some footage for a video, some pictures and things, and they're not letting you book anything before June.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no opening.
You
They're not
will
allowing it. And so I'm guessing they're pretty much thinking they're going to stay closed till then. I noticed they borrowed like $6 billion, and then they borrowed another 1-point-something billion dollars, all because of all this. So on a staggered loan payoff through 2030 or 2035, something like that. I don't know. I read the article.
Camden said, I like Remember the Titans. It's a great sports movie.
It is
Oh,
a good
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to see it. I'll probably watch it on Disney Plus sometime. One of my favorites of sports movie genres that's Disney is Rookie of the Year, though.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
It's so cheesy.
Yeah. Rookie of the Year. It's a good one.
There you lost your credibility.
Yeah. I said it's cheesy. I didn't say it's my top 5 or anything like that, but it is my favorite Disney sports movie because that's the only Disney sports movie I've
Yeah.
seen.
Camden says it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so where are you at on your read-offs?
At the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Rookie is good too. Yeah.
Very much. Thank y'all for the extra likes that brought us up to 9. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
What else were we gonna? We had a few things we wanted to discuss. So we wanted to ask you guys a couple questions. We've gone to Disney several different times and several different lengths, and we've even talked to a couple of you in person about this. But what do you think the best amount of time to go to Disney is? I mean, you go for, I think one time we went for like 14 days, and it was so exhausting by the end of it. It was 12, Ali said. But it was so exhausting by the end of it.
Okay.
I mean, I was ready to curl up and just die. I mean, it was that hard.
You kind of got to the point where you were exhausted and ready to go home, but yet you had been there for so long you didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
So you like got to that point where you're just
Are you
like,
talking about the last trip that we just went on?
no,
No.
the 12-day trip.
No, the last trip we went on, everything was great until the day we were leaving for me. Because I had gotten hit by all sorts of allergies and
Right.
I don't know if it was sickness. It may have been sickness, but we were just leaving. So, and I was sore.
So Emily says
Yeah.
3 days is plenty for Disneyland and DCA.
Yeah.
We went on a
we would
3-day.
agree that a smaller trip is certainly better at Disneyland. You go on a 3 or 4 day trip to Disney World, you feel like you couldn't catch it all. I know,
We went on that 2-day trip.
and it was like
It wasn't even full 2
we
days.
blinked and it was gone.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Michelle said Mary Poppins is her favorite.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Mary Poppins is a good one. What do you think about the new Mary Poppins? Have you seen it, Michelle?
I've seen the new Mary
Yeah,
Poppins.
I fell asleep in it, but I loved the beginning of it for sure.
I thought it was good. I have no comparison to. I haven't watched the original Mary
Yeah.
Poppins. That's another one I'm trying to catch up on.
Yeah.
But
So,
Lance says The Hunchback is an underrated movie.
now I have watched this movie.
Yeah.
and
I
Lance,
like The
and the
Hunchback
sequel.
too.
and Lance says 3 to 5 days at Disneyland, depending on the season.
Yeah.
Above that, Pinky Sands says what?
We just go for the day because we live in St. Pete, but before I moved here from the UK, it was 10 days. Oh, cool. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How far is St. Pete from where Disney's located at? It's not too far. So I can imagine, day trips are probably in order there.
Michelle said that she would say that 4 days is also good for Disneyland.
Yeah.
I would agree.
She said she liked the new Mary Poppins. They did well with that one.
If we
Yeah.
did a a Disneyland trip. If y'all don't know, we planned a Disneyland trip for the end of May of this year. And I was trying to get us in at the Grand Californian, but it didn't work out with my DVC points. So I switched to that July trip for Disney World. But
how ironic is that with all the stuff that's going on, Disney closing?
Yeah.
That we get all the way to June whenever the cutoff date is.
Right. That's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So Becky says what there? 4 to 5 days?
Yeah, Becky says more than a week is too much at Walt Disney World. Since I've been lucky enough to go a lot, 4 to 5 days is plenty for me. Yeah. I think, well, for us, we found that our sweet spot's about 7 to 8 days. Like that's where we like it because it makes it to where you're not rushing through the parks and you can just kind of take your time. And we usually spend a couple of days just pin trading. We won't do anything but pin trade. Sometimes we don't even hardly ride any rides. We just mainly pin trade throughout the entire day.
We do our 3 fast passes and that'll be about it.
Yeah, and we just pin trade all day. And so for us, it kind of works out for us. But we've done 4 to 5 day trips and I mean, they're very enjoyable for sure. I call day 3 Disney is like your first day, you're like tired. Your second day, you're like extremely tired. And then by the third day, it's like you can't feel your feet when you wake up. You're exhausted. It's like, I call it day 3 Disney tired. It's like
that picture, that video of that polar bear that's pushing himself with his hind legs, but his front legs are just limp. And he's just dragging his face along. That's what.
But we're real we're real go, 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 go. Like we go all day. I mean, we sometimes
like 12, 13 miles a day.
Yeah. I mean, we take sometimes my iWatch will tell me we take 30,000 steps a day. So we do a lot of walking in the park.
It'll be like the first 3 hours and we'll have hit our goal for the day.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Dustin says 1 day each park.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally see that.
And Becky says 4 to 5.
Yeah. So it sounds like a lot of people really think that 4 to 5 days is really a good place as far as, going to Disney World. Now,
I'm not going to lie to you.
Sounds like
Disneyland. A 10-day trip.
Sounds like Disneyland, though, about 3 days is about the.
I like a 10-day trip because then the first 2 days, I'm all anxious because of all the flights and all the hoopty jump to get there and all the just busyness of it. But then I got a whole week that I'm good. And then the last 2 days, I'm just kind of sad because I got to leave and go back to reality and go back to regular work and go back to cooking my own meals and no longer being able to pin trade every day, anytime. And so that's just me.
Camden said Epcot's a good park to pin trade the whole day. I agree.
Yeah.
We totally agree. Yeah. Mike said, who are some of your favorite Disney YouTubers to watch?
Okay. Well, we met Michael K in the park. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Michael K. He's a pretty good guy to watch.
He's very positive.
It's always going to be a magical day.
Yeah.
Now, if you've watched him, you know exactly what that means.
He has a lot of great tips, though.
He does.
He has a lot of good tips.
And he likes to do a lot of he does a lot of like eating things.
And he's genuinely a nice guy.
He's super nice guy, yeah. And then we also watch the Tim Tracker. But of course,
everybody watches the Tim Tracker except for me now because all he wants to talk about it is his baby.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I like to hear about Disney.
I love reality TV though, so I like hearing about his baby. So whatever. I like to hear about their life. I'm interested. I get interested in people's lives and I think that they have an interesting life. So anyhow, we watch the Tim Tracker. We also watch Leg Life. They do a lot of videos.
They're great. If you're doing a cruise and you wanna watch some videos on cruises, not saying that we're terrible about cruises, but we just don't take them very often.
Yeah.
And so we don't do a lot of them.
Yeah, they know tons about Disney cruises.
They have tons of great information about cruises.
Yeah, and so we really like them. Who else do? Those are the main 3. Oh, and then I watch Paging Mr. Morrow, but sometimes he does. He has like
He's
some
a little iffy from time to time.
Yeah, he does some alcohol, a lot of drinking videos sometimes, so I don't really
Yeah.
watch those. But if he does just general like food reviews
He's
or
funny on
restaurant
stuff
reviews,
like that.
he's pretty funny. So
He's
I
pretty
like
funny.
him. And then he used to be married to One Man's Dream, the girl who does that video. Or that's her channel, One Man's Dream. And so I like watching her sometimes.
And if you're interested in a group that does family videos, we have another. They're subscribed to us.
The Duke Family
the Duke
Chronicles.
Family Chronicles. They do family vlog style, and so they're fairly similar to the way we do things.
Yeah.
Someone said managing Mickey and Disney Pen Blog as Camden Stout.
Oh, okay. Oh, Disney and Disney
Food blog.
Disney Food Blog. We do watch them.
DFB,
We watch her
yeah.
sometimes too.
Yeah. She has pretty good tip videos.
She does have good tip videos. I feel like she's just a little redundant sometimes, and
Yeah.
so sometimes I get kind of bored with her sometimes. And her videos are exactly the same every single time, and she uses the same pictures, and so sometimes I don't love that, but I think she has some great tips overall.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mr. Cheesy.
If you're
Poppin'
pin trading, you
fun.
can dedicate a day to trade.
instead of land.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Dustin says, "What is your favorite Disney World park?" My current favorite is Epcot.
Oh, okay.
I'm very biased towards Epcot. When we went to Disney World the first time, that I didn't really love every single park at first, but then when we hit Epcot, I guess because I didn't expect it to be the way it was, it just something stuck with me. And so I think maybe Epcot's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Kingdom is the only one that really possibly trumps it, but I like.
All right, I'll give mine in order from greatest to least. I like Magic Kingdom first. I like, secondly, I want to say Epcot, but it's like neck and neck with Hollywood Studios with Galaxy's
yeah.
Edge and all the new stuff with Minnie's and Mickey's Runaway Railway. I'm pretty stoked about some of that stuff. So I'm going to say those two are pretty much a dead even heat for me. Epcot's going to probably make some ground up with Ratatouille Ride. I hear that's going to be amazing.
We've been shooting
And
for
so-
over an hour.
And so outside of those two, obviously final is Animal Kingdom, which I think has got a lot of potential, but it's got some wastedness to it too. I mean, they could have done something different than Dino Land. That didn't turn out near, I think, as well as they thought it was going to turn out.
Dinosaur's cool though.
I mean, the dinosaur ride is cool.
It's the only ride that genuinely scares me, not because it's terrifying, like a scary ride, but
Cole's
because
scared of it. It's okay.
not because it's a scary ride, but just like it shakes you up so much.
You're
Not
if
in
you've
control.
never ridden the dinosaur ride with Cole, you've got to
he's
do it.
Literally
It is
petrified.
so much. It's so
It's
fun.
so fun to
Because
it's so scary.
He's
to ride,
like
but
the
afterwards,
16-year-old
it's funny.
who's scared of these animatronic dinosaurs. It's hilarious.
It is fun.
And he's genuinely scared, so it's fun. I love it. And then Lance says, Cole, you're making me laugh. Downtown Disney is a great place to trade, especially because you can go to the hotels as well.
We
yes,
agree.
very true. Very true.
At both places, Disneyland and
And-
Disney World.
that's right.
For they don't call it Downtown Disney anymore. They call it Disney Springs.
Yeah. Pinky Sand says she watches Adam Hatan. Okay, I've seen some of his videos on YouTube, and we've watched a couple.
Oh,
of
we
them.
missed a few. We also like Adam the Woo a little bit.
Yeah, Michelle said Adam the
And
Woo.
then
We do
like,
watch him sometimes.
We like
Justin
Scarred.
Justin Scott.
And
That guy's funny.
That
I'm going to
guy's
tell you.
he's a big Disneyland vlogger because he's from California, but he
he
does
does-
go to World
yeah.
too, and he does a few things outside of just Disney.
He
He
does.
does. He does.
He does lots outside of
What's
Disney.
it called? Knott's Berry Farm. He does.
Random Lands' other
His-
account.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does a couple of things. He's really funny, and he's very family friendly.
He's
So
very-
I like that about him.
Yeah.
Lance said Mr. Cheesy Pop is fun to watch. Okay.
I've not ever watched Mr.
Yeah,
Cheesy
Mike
Pop.
says Mr. Cheesy Pop is great. I'm gonna check him out tonight. Camden Stout says he loves Epcot. Yeah, we do too, for sure.
Yeah.
Mike said he would love to be strolling slowly around Animal Kingdom right now. You and me both, Mike. I would,
Even though it's on the bottom of my list, Mike, right now, I could handle some Animal Kingdom.
I would just,
and some Satouli's Canteen.
I wouldn't even have to go into the park. If I could just go to Disney Springs right now and just be outside of the park, I would even be happy just to ride the monorail.
Guys,
and
honestly, if I could go to Universal and get out of this house.
we're tired of being in our home.
Satouli's Canteen would beat that burger I ate tonight. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Um,
Mike Cross said the Ratatouille ride is so much fun. Oh, because you probably got to ride it.
We rode it in Paris.
Paris, yeah.
I'll bet it is.
Camden says it has sharp turns. Okay.
Now, I've seen the Disney Paris version. I watched one POV of it before I really got into not watching POVs, so I could be surprised by the ride itself. But I do know, at least in one part of it, it looks like a drop, but it's just you running towards like a projection on the wall. But it messed with my eyes a little bit.
You know, Cole. You see the projections. All right. Pinky Sands said it's okay to be scared, Cole. LOL.
That's funny.
It's nice of you to be so kind to Cole. I think that's all the comments down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sounds like everybody is kind of like we are with the mid-grade trip. Not too short, not too long.
Yeah.
We're probably a little longer than them, probably because we're in Texas and we don't get a shot to go out there that often.
Michelle said Space Mountain scared her so bad that when she was younger that I was only in the queue line.
That's how Cole was with Flight of Passage. He sat through that whole line until it was time to ride, and then he was like, "I'm out."
I just kept hearing in the monorail, in the queue line overhead. If you are afraid of heights and sharp turns.
Yeah.
if you don't feel like going upside down, get out of line. I'm like,
peace out.
Yeah.
Deuces. See you later.
Oh, Camden was talking about the dino ride that has sharp turns.
Oh, yeah,
it does. It does have sharp turns, and they like jerk you around, and yeah. Dustin said Emily is scared to death of the Incredicoaster and the Ferris wheel in DCA. Well,
I think I could ride the Ferris wheel.
I don't know about a shot. I'm out.
Chris says he'll ride anything, but apparently he's not willing to ride the Ferris wheel. Those are two rides we did not ride when we went to Disneyland. We didn't ride the Incredicoaster or the Ferris wheel.
Well, the Incredicoaster was the Pixar Pier, but we still didn't ride that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So we were at a carnival in South Texas at the Kima Boardwalk, and Allison she convinced me to get on a Ferris wheel, and man, I'm telling you, that thing, I thought I was gonna die. I was up there at the very top when it stopped, and that old rusty cart was, and Allison's like, "Let me stand up and look over the edge, Dad," and I was like, "Sit down, don't move." Yeah.
I still think I
so
could
you
ride
come
the
by it
Ferris
honestly,
wheel.
Cole.
Yeah.
No, I'm still saying I think I could still ride the Ferris wheel. I won't ride the Pixar Pier or not the Pixar Pier, the Incredicoaster.
Then after that,
I won't ride that.
We went on a boat.
So what's Lance say?
As a kid,
Adventures through inner space scared him. I really thought I shrunk. That's funny.
That's funny.
That's all right. I thought I was going through a meteor shower at the dinosaur time every time I ride the dinosaur.
That's funny.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys have been great tonight.
Yes.
And we've appreciated all you guys who have liked the video. We're hoping next week we'll be ready for Allison. She's going to do a trivia with us. And so she's got a bunch of questions prepared.
We might
And
shoot
so-
it tonight.
Well, we'll just do it as a live stream maybe.
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens
That
with
way
that.
they can play in.
And we'll enjoy that. And y'all tune in on Thursday night of this week. We're going to have lots of pins to display for y'all if you're interested in pin trading. And if you haven't gone over and liked or asked to join the YouTube pin trading with Disney Pin Trading with Managing Mickey. And so if you'll go over there and log on and ask to join, I will approve you guys, and you can join in on trading. And we're going to start putting up maybe a daily board or something. And obviously they're going to circulate and you're going to see some of them again. But we'll try and do 4 or 5 boards throughout the week that you guys can look at and decide, hey, I want to trade for that or I don't. And when we get new traders, we'll flip them over there after we've put them on here. Things like that.
Yeah. Michelle said, thank y'all for having your videos. We miss you. Maddie will love to watch next week with Allison. Thank you so much, Michelle. And we hopefully we'll get to see you guys on FaceTime because we miss y'all already. So
yeah,
y'all stay safe up there.
Dustin
Very much.
said, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Said it was nice to see you.
Yes, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all for watching us. We appreciate it.
And we
Very
all
much.
love and likes. Just,
Yes.
just stating the facts.
Yeah. Thank y'all very much for always being supportive and watching the videos.
Yes.
And hopefully, don't forget, this is important. Earlier, some of you weren't on here. I mentioned this. If you're in our Disney Pin Trading with Managing Mickey Facebook private group, go over there and post pictures of what you collect. Tell us what you need. And then post also what your traders are. And then all of our community here can try and help one another out in fulfilling the things that we're looking for.
Yeah.
And so I noticed a lot of times at our pin trading groups, things I collect other people had, and things that they collect I had. And so we could be helping one another out real easy there like that. And we just traded over the internet by looking at them, and then we mail them to one another. And so it'll be a lot of fun and hopefully fulfill some sets.
Yeah.
I know we got a package in today from Camden Stout. We got your pins in. We did not open them yet. We're going to wait and do that later. But we got them in, and I mailed yours today. I sent you the photo on that. And Miss Becky, yours went out today also. So we do trade with you guys and would like to trade with more of you as y'all are able to.
Becky said, looking forward to the trivia. Allison, these videos are so nice to have to look forward to with all that's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a wonderful thing to have a community of people who love Disney just as much as we do, and we love to talk about it. So we're so glad that we get to do that with all of you guys.
Yep.
Yeah. And Pinky Sand said she says, I'll look on Facebook after the live finishes.
All right.
Awesome. Awesome.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Well, we appreciate y'all joining us. And until next time,
From our house to yours.